Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Toronto Thunderbirds. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Yellow. Let's go on, 80.
Here we go.
On 1st down, Mahomes. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's 2nd down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. But he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes, rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away, because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack for Mahomes and company.
4 down. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Got a man, that's Richie James. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Needed 13, they got 14 on 3rd down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Naeem Hines, his first carry. And he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up, because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack for Mahomes and company.
Exit. 4 down.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And that is incomplete. That's a pretty good opening possession defensively.
And you know the goal is to make something of a statement, especially on the road with your first defensive possession, isn't it? Go right out and establish yourselves and let them know this is going to be tough going all game long.
Humphries now to return. Great blocking, nearly sprung in there. 28-yard return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll try the left side. It's Clayton, and nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Second and 9 now. He's going deep for Brown. That's going to be caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Hollywood Marquise Brown. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown. The point after is good. And that makes the score 7-0. This fielded at the 2. A big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown! That kick return TD is 98 yards in length as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you? Without a doubt. That's teamwork, to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front. Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings.
First down, Vikings.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. Clayton, and a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 42-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Joker, 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 joker.
2nd and 5. It's caught. Humphreys. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And the Vikings first down.
Set 18 Gator. 55.
I got you. I got you. Check.
22 Jet Bomber. 22 Jet Bomber. Deep rip.
They'll run on first down. It's Clayton, and they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Topper!
Check. Fresno.
Hey! Go!
Check 55 to Mike.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Meanwhile, taking a look at what's going on in KC. And the Raiders have jumped out to an early lead over the Chiefs. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Collins. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
At the 5-yard line.
90 Wolf.
These two teams all tied after one.
Let's go. 60 Pittsburgh. You gonna see me in your nightmare, son. You gonna see me in your nightmare.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
X3, 218, chop.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Kill.
Look at me, zipper. Ready.
They'll try to run this one in. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal from the 1.
Alert 3. Under 10. 10.
They'll try to run this one in. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Call that a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. And his kick here is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate.
And nothing but daylight ahead. Past the 20, and touchdown! Nyheim Hines, his first touchdown of the new season. And his guys are going to retake the lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Let's go.
At their own 28-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
At the 29-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
36, 36. Check.
And they give this time to the tailback. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Ready.
Hey, we got Mike.
Hey.
53. Get in the way.
Rock it. Hey, box truck.
Looking to throw. Crockett. The open man is Smith. A very solid gain of 27.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Ready.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now a give right side. Clayton.
Let's go, defense.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give the tackle there to Keon Crossan.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Go.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Crockett. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the 1st down as well.
And the Vikings
Go.
first down.
60 out more.
I got one. Rush in.
61, matchbox right.
On 1st down, it's Clayton. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
55, Mike, 55.
To throw on 2nd down, Crockett. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Strip that ball.
Hey, Charlie.
From the gun, Crockett. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Kaiser White. Through an opening, and there he goes. And put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
A try here for the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This will be taken in at the 1.
I know the special teams coach will not permit himself a smile here, but inside, he's glowing. This is what he practices for. This is what he schemes. This is what he watches tape to put himself and his team in a position to score points. An absolute dream return.
Ready?
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Yeah.
Check 55 to Mike. No chance. Mike, bye-bye.
Get it.
Throwing after the interception. Crockett. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Mike, 55. Check 55, Mike.
Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration. Hey, check Mike. Watch 55. We own this. Ready?
Throwing again. Crockett. Got a man. It's Brown. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Crockett.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Here we go.
To throw on 3rd down. Crockett. That's complete. It's Collins. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, what's the plan of attack here? Very late 2nd quarter, and look where the ball is.
Yeah, bad spot for you. But the defense has all 3 timeouts. So what you're telling your team is ball security number 1. It's not all on the running backs if you decide to run the football. That offensive line has got to protect them and wedge out some space because you can't just kneel. They take 3 timeouts. You're going to get the ball back in good field position with a chance to put points on the board. You got to try and get a 1st down and run out this 1st half.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Mahomes going to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. Now another timeout called for by the offense as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Mahomes now on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
That's caught by Howard. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Watch that end, tight end right. Tight end right.
And again, it's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Max Crosby in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll keep it on the ground. Clayton. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Hey, high 7.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense can't get away, and he's taken down. The DN, Jonathan Allen, making sure his presence is felt. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Vikings. Marquise Brown with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as his guys are back within a single score. Mike Zimmer's made the decision. His guys will go for 2. They'll try and run it up the middle. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line.
You know, sometimes the guy on the defensive side of the ball, he just has a good feeling or a good read, and he unleashed his defense on that one. Boy, they stopped him in a big way.
Yeah, I hate to be cliche, but sometimes we overanalyze. They just have more want. Looked like they had more want right there.
More want and more people to the ball.
Richie James will return. They'll take over. First down and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They begin the drive with Hines. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. They go play fake. Mahomes. They'll find Hines out of the backfield. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play.
Yellow, 180, 54, light 54, target. Yellow, check 50.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down, eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Here comes Humphries on the return. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. That'll go down as a 92-yard punt return score. And the Vikings have once again taken the lead. Now a 2-point conversion attempt forthcoming.
Here we go.
Check. Topper. Go. Get it.
Operating from the gun. Crockett. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Kaiser White.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Jamal Adams on the safety blitz. Too fast to handle.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mahomes. And he's got his man on the out route. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. And he finds Howard complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. They run the counter. Hines. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Here's Mahomes to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. This is brought in at the 21. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now we've got movement up front. And I think this is going to be on Minnesota. A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. They run the counter. Clayton. They get the penalty yardage back plus a yard. 6-yard gain, and it's 2nd and 9.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them. Melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Clayton. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Here we go. Set. Hey, echo. AQ Gator.
Mike 55. Mike 55.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
Check 55. Come on.
Now. Fight.
On 3rd down, Crockett going up top. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A big play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point splits the uprights. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. Welcome back to Toronto. As we've got the final quarter upon us, we get ready to start the 4th. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Throwing now is Mahomes. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
While we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore, I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in 1 game.
Yeah, that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Here's Sam Martin now. He's been terrific so far. Pulled in at the 24. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop, a man down on the return. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Von Miller.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Off play action. Crockett, he's going deep for Brown. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever. Looking to throw. Crockett, he's going deep, and that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 42 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd down and 12. And he'll give it here to his running back. He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Hey, color. Tight end's right. Forward handler.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Max Crosby picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Remember, throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back top. And the pressure gets to him again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Pick me up. Here we go.
Zoom, fellas, let's go.
53, Mike. Watch the run, watch the run.
I don't need to.
53 is the mic. 53, check 53.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Got an open man, it's Michael Gallup. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes. That's complete to Smith. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 36. Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
15.
They'll try and run it up the middle. But he will not get into the end zone. And that one hurts as it will remain a 2-score game here in the 4th. So the lead is now dwindled to 9 as the kick here is away. This is fielded at the goal line. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 12 yards there, 1st down Vikings. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Go! 6, pull it high. Get it.
They'll run on 1st down. Clayton, and it's a fumble. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, that's one of those mistakes. That's a fumble that when they get to the sidelines, I know you're mad, Coach, but look, we've still got this locked down. But that's not necessarily true, is it?
You know, their hopes are slim, but you just hate to give them any hope. You could have sealed it right there.
Yeah, could have finished them off and taken away all hope, as we like to say.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think this is where we see how the game has moved along a little bit. Free safety, no blitz, but reads the play, has no responsibility in coverage, and takes a gamble and goes and gets the quarterback.
Well, is that a spot, though, where when he's coming, the quarterback needs to be able to find somebody or not necessarily?
Has to, because with that amount of time coming from the free safety position, someone should break open.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Mahomes now to throw. Open man is Howard, the tight end. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down. Now Mahomes. Now a and this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Hey, taller.
4 down.
80 weapon.
Safety's creeping. Big ass.
Yellow.
They'll try and run it here. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead down to a single point. So still a chance with just over 20 seconds to go, but they need to get this one back, no doubt. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And they take a knee. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Well, Brandon, they're getting to 2-0, and this time they're able to take a knee at the end and secure the victory.
Preseason, coach said their goal, they obviously want to win everything. He said, I think we can get off to a 3-0 start. Well, here they are looking at 2-0 right now. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Minnesota, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll have another road date next week with the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.